Hello all, Project Wargaming back with an update on the Battle of Berlin board. I have done a little bit more work. As you can see, I put together and glued together the Reichstag and gave kind of its initial coat of paint. There's plenty yet still to do on this model, but I think that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with how that turned out. Highlighted up above with some dark just to make it look like, the burnt areas there, and then down below. Um, yeah, pretty happy. This is again scaled down 60% from what the actual 6mm model was, just to allow it space to fit on the board. And as you can see, I will place it over here where it goes, and it occupies a huge amount of space on the board, even with it being scaled down. You can also see that I've come in and finished up the bridges, so was able to get the pillars printed off for some extra support, and then actually got the epoxy resin poured. Got that poured over here in this area, and then the rivers and stuff down there, and then I ran out and had to actually go get more. So did that today. One interesting feature on this when I poured, because of the heat, you can see kind of at that last corner up there, there was some warping that went on on the board itself. Going to be completely, I think, unnoticeable when I put the ripples and stuff on top. But yeah, the only other thing that I'm not terribly happy with on the river is it's a little too dark. I wish it hadn't been this dark. Would have liked to have been a little bit more brown color, but it'll do. It's going to have to do. And then I might, when I put the ripples on, put just a little bit of white paint in it, like I did on the D-Day board, to just make those ripples a little bit more noticeable. But Luke Towan has a great website or a YouTube page for the train stuff, and so he uses this gloss Mod Podge, and you just gloop it on there, and then you come in with a airbrush and you actually spray the airbrush in such a way that it makes the ripples on the water. So that's what I'll be doing. A little more ripply here, and then a little, just some texture on the surface there, so it's just not glassy smooth, to dull that down a bit. The bridges have been painted different colors. One, that's how they were historically. So the Moltke Bridge was kind of the reddish brick color. I believe this one was gray over here. I have no idea what that one was down there, but for ease of play, particularly when I'm getting guys, it'll be easier to say the tan bridge, the red bridge, and then the gray bridge, if I'm trying to point something out to them. So that's kind of what I've done, and why I've done it in such a way to do there. Then you can also see this model is pretty cool. Got the victory column kind of all painted up here, and really came out nicely. Very happy with how it looks. So that's going to look real good. I just still need to do some flocking on some of these models. Flak tower over here with the guns on top have gotten gray base coat, and then also got a wash all over it. Bridges over here, the gloss epoxy has been poured also on this board. You can see that in some areas the epoxy has seeped into kind of the flock, which that happens all the time. So it's no big deal. Like, I'll just come in and flock over top of it, or put some bushes or shrubs there to make that look a little bit better. You can see it especially, around here in this area. So that's just the cost of trying to get the water up to that level. But yeah, it's coming along. So slowly but surely. And we'll keep trucking along. So we'll talk to you later.